Welcome to my channel. My name's Charlotte. Today I thought we could do a let's get ready with me. I've washed my face. I haven't done my skincare yet, so I thought we could do my skincare and my makeup and just have a chat along the way about some of my favourite products. So I've started off with my cleanser. I'm going to put, I bought this the other day. It's the Prep and Prime from Primark. It's the dupe for the Bobbi Brown. I really love it. It looks like this. So I'm going to pop some of that on. If I keep looking over here, it's because I've got a mirror. So let's just dot some of that over our face. And let's rub it in. Just while I let that in, I use 2 eye creams. My face is probably going to go really red as well from rubbing all of this in. I use 2 eye creams. Most of my, well, all of my bits are all affordable high street items. I think there's an exception. My mascara is slightly more expensive, but the cheap ones do just as good. So I have this one, the simple one. It says on here it winds down and reduces puffiness. I do shift work, so this is essential for me when I'm feeling tired. So I have this one, and then I also use this one, which I picked up in the food shop one day. It's just from Lidl, and actually I really love it. It's a intense vitamin E, anti-aging and moisturising one. So it's just that own brand, really, really cheap. So I do a little mix of these. I'm gonna have to look over here. So I don't know why, I just kind of do it in this order. So I do 2 dots of the Lidl one, and then I do one of this simple one. This simple one, like a little goes a long way. And then just do a tiny dot in the middle of each eye, and then I just rub in, let that all sink in, and then I pat. I think I was supposed to pat them in, but I mean we'd all be here hours, wouldn't we? And then just rub this one in. Sorry again for looking in my mirror, otherwise I would not be able to see what I'm doing. And then again I just go in and pat that in to the skin, so that's good. I did get a headband. I should probably put it on, shouldn't I, to keep everything out of my face. So once we've done that, I usually put a lip balm on. So I've got the Laneige one or Carmex, either or. I love them both, so I'm just going to put this one on. So nice, it's the berry flavour. And because we're doing it on camera and I'm not in my bathroom, I've just got a good old wet wipe to wipe my hands clean. So now that my face is all primed and prepped and things, we can go ahead. Now I'm not going to put too much makeup on today, just purely because I'm not doing anything. I've just put hand sanitizer on, if anyone's wondering. It's just the Bath and Body Works one. This one says warm vanilla sugar, and oh my god, it smells amazing. Obviously, if you don't know, Next to Bath and Body Works now in the UK, so some stores have their own little Bath and Body Works section. If not, you can definitely buy them online, so definitely do that. Next we have my massive makeup bag. It's a Disney one. I'm obsessed with Disney. I obviously don't use everything in here on a daily basis, but I'm just kind of going to get out the essentials. Now I start with, also my products are probably really grubby, where obviously they're just kept in my makeup bag. But I'm going to start with this on my face, which is the, e.l.f. Halo Glow Liquid Filter. It's basically a dupe for the Charlotte Tilbury, oh my god, I can't think of the word. A dupe for the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter, I think, maybe? The glow one. So basically, I just dot this on my face. I have acne, so in the summer I've kind of just been using this as a foundation, but now we're getting into the autumn winter months, I've been using it as a base. So I just rub this in, not careful, but make sure you blend. That's the most important thing. I literally just rub it all in, all on my face. Just love it. I don't even know if you can see the glow that it's giving already just on its own as a product. I forgot to say, I use this in shade 2 Fair Light, and it's definitely a little bit more like darker than my actual skin colour, but it's buildable, and I just really love it as a product. So yeah, you could wear it on your own if you wanted to, if you kind of like the not so heavy makeup looks. As I say, I've been doing that over the summer with a bit of concealer and stuff on areas I need, but in the winter now, well, not in winter, but we've just gone into autumn, I've started popping some foundation on for some extra coverage as well. Sorry, I am looking at my mirror again. Just make sure. That's all rubbed in. I just use a really old Real Techniques brush as well. I have no idea what brush it is because it's all worn off. They're super old, but I love the Real Techniques brushes. Next, I am, just while I let that sink in, I'm going to curl my eyelashes. I don't do this step every day, but I really notice a difference when I do. Again, my eyelash curlers are really old. I can't even remember where I got them from, maybe like Boots or Superdrug, just, you know, a basic store. And then what I do next is I do my mascara and my eyes before I do the rest of my makeup. So my mascara I use is this YSL one. I don't actually know the name of it. It's the Volume Effect one. I just have this in black. So what I like to do, this is that applicator for those of you wondering. And what I like to do is I like to go in and then I push my eyelashes up. Don't worry about any mascara that gets on here because we're going to clean it up with a cotton bud. So I'm probably going to pull some really funny faces, but I just go in, I coat my lashes. Just make sure you're dragging it up from the root. I'm not doing eyeshadow today. As I say, I'm not really going anywhere, so there's no need. I mean, can you see the difference just in that kind of one coat? I love it, it's so good. So then I just coat both of them. The key to this mascara I found is leaving the coats between before you put your next coat on, as it goes slightly tacky and you can get a much better, more natural look with it. Let me just coat my lashes. Going in for a tiny second coat on this lash. I'm obviously no makeup expert here, guys. This is what I find just works for me personally. And then I get my finger and I'm literally just gonna push them up. Like literally get my finger and push I find such a difference. And then we're just going to do this one. Again, don't worry about any mascara or anything you're going to transfer onto your eyelid, guys, because we're just going to wipe it off with a cotton bud anyway. So as you can see, obviously I've got quite a lot of mascara on my finger already, so I'm just going to wipe it off, and then we're going to go in again. Sorry, I keep looking in the mirror. I don't know how people look in the camera and do it, because I honestly can't see. So maybe I should have filmed this on my phone, which I haven't. I'm filming it on like my actual big camera. My phone is here. Maybe I should have done it on my phone. Go in again. Oh my god, it's so quiet. I should have put some noise on in the background. Okay. So that's that. I always leave my bottom lashes till last, so that's all done. Next up, I'm going to go in with my foundation, if I can find it in my bag. I use this one. So it's the MAC Studio Fix one. This is in the shade NW13. So I just give it a little bit of a shake. And then I always put it on the top of my hand. I find you only need like the tiniest amount of this foundation. Like I've put this much on and I feel like that's going to be far too much. Anyway, I then just get the same brush that I did earlier. So this Real Technique one. And I then just kind of stipple it over my face into my skin. All over. And then I go in with a beauty blender after. I just find that's what works for me, guys. Can you see the glow? Honestly, you really need to get your hands on this e.l.f. primer. So good. I honestly love it. So yeah, obviously don't forget to blend down your neck, into the hairline, around your ears. Blending is key. I hate a heavy foundation look as well. And then I'm going to get my really old grubby makeup sponge, my beauty blender, and just kind of bounce this into the skin. Okay, my skin, you can definitely see the texture. I have pores, they're visible. I have acne. A lot of this is scarring on my chin. I've kind of grown to get used to it over the years, and having a high full coverage foundation and covering it isn't something that necessarily bothers me. I just try and cover the redness most of the time, but I know that's not always going to happen, which is totally fine. So just bounce that all in, which I'm loving. You can still see the glow coming through from that e.l.f. product. And then what do I do now? I feel like my spots are a little bit visible. Probably should have done this the other way around. But I have a lighter concealer for under my eyes, and then I have this one. It's just the Collection Lasting Perfection one, in the shade Fair 5, if you guys can see that, which I'm just going to pop a tiny bit on my chin, just because I feel like I need it. Again, I just kind of like stipple it in with my brush, and then I'll go in with a beauty blender after, just patting it all into the skin. And then I use this one. This is the Aldi NARS dupe. This one's their Radiant Concealer in shade 1. I searched so many stores to come across any makeup products, and I got lucky and found this in one. So I thought I definitely have to get it. I can't remember if I said this shade, it's shade 1. And I love it. I love the consistency, love the texture, but it is running out, so I'm kind of scraping it out of the bottle now. So I just put a little bit. This is probably loads to some of you. Just under my eyes, and I let that sit for a bit before I do anything. I let that just sink into my skin, and I use a beauty blender when I blend in my under eye concealer. I don't go back in with a brush, I just use the beauty blender. So I'm going to pop those back in. I'm going to get some other bits out. I also, I don't know if it's in this makeup bag, oh no, here it is. This is another find from Aldi. I think it's a dupe for the Charlotte Tilbury ones, but I might be wrong, it's a bit grubby. It's the Quad eyeshadow palette, but just look at those colours. Those colours are just gorgeous. So yeah, I love that. I can't remember, it was like £3.99 or £4.99. Bargain. So now that this is, I've just let it sit on the skin for a while, I'm just going to get my beauty blender and just pat this back in. I'm also staying hydrated while I'm doing this. Got my dupe for my Stanley cup, just with some water in. If you haven't got one already, you need to. So I find this just helps brighten my eyes up. As I say, I do shift work for my full-time job, so anything that can help keep me brightened and awake with my eyes, then I'll try it. Perfect, so that's all blended in. Now I don't always contour. Sometimes I do my eyebrows next. I have had them microbladed a couple of times in the past, so this is kind of natural. They do need topping up, but I'll just fill them in with a bit of powder shortly. Next I'm going to go in though into the rest of my face, and then I'll do my eyes and finish off my eyeshadow. This is the, I think it's the Revolution brand. It's actually a foundation stick. It's called the Fast Base Stick Foundation. I have this in shade F14. Now it's so grubby, but I use it as a contour. So I just dot on my face. I'm not really fussy because I just blend it in and it just gives me a more bronzy glow. I use the same brush for my foundation. You'll probably not, but that's just what works for me. Also, if I feel like I need to go back in with my beauty blender, I will. Just pat that into the skin. I don't know any other way. Like I pat it in, and I find that's what works for me. I quite like a natural makeup look. So I just pat this in. I kind of rub it on the forehead though, I don't know why. I just try and bronze up where the sun would naturally hit you. So obviously it's here and here, and the tops of my cheeks kind of here. So I'm just going to use my beauty blender, make sure that's all blended in here. So you can kind of see. Just look a bit more bronzed now. Then I go in with the NARS Laguna bronzer in, I don't know if they just come in one shade. I think they just come in one shade. NARS Laguna bronzer. And then I just get this big old, I think it's a multitask brush maybe from Real Techniques, and I just pat this in and then pat into my cheeks. Like already, can you see the difference? Like nice and bronzed. Obviously it's not like blended in all properly, but you can see compared to this side. So I just pat this in through my nose, my forehead, and then I pat in, got hair, I pat in this side. And then I always just make sure I bring it down my neck, move my hair out the way. Yeah, just bring it down my neck. This bit of hair is really annoying me. Perfect, so that's done. Then I go in with blush. Again, I use a NARS product for this one. So I use NARS blush in the shade, I don't know if you guys can see it, Orgasm. It's a really nice pink with a little bit of a shimmer in it, which has been nice. Again, a really old Real Techniques brush. This is the Multitask Cheek brush. Yes, I know I need to wash my brushes, but I don't have time. So you just need like the tiniest amount of this blush. Like already, can you see? And then sometimes just go for the bridge of my nose. Sometimes a little bit here, just depends how I'm feeling. I'm really not fussy with my makeup, as you can tell. Maybe I should be, but I'm not. Then I go in with this Superstay Maybelline 24-hour powder. This is in the shade 3. It's just a pressed powder. Then I use a puff. I literally just got this one off Amazon. So cheap for the Trigwell puffs, I think. Anyway, I kind of laid it up and then I press that in under the areas that I don't want creasing. So my under eyes, around my nose, tap on my forehead, and then just kind of tap around the excess just on my face. But yeah, mainly because I don't want that, like I don't want to go oily and I don't want that makeup coming off. So I do that. And then I'll go in with my highlighter, if I can find it. At this stage now, I could go back in with my mascara because I'm done with my eyes. Can't find my highlighter in my bag, which is great. Sometimes I use the Laura Mercier setting powder. This is just in the invisible one, so there's a little bit left. But yeah, I'll switch up depending. I'll either use this one or this one, just whichever one I fancy. I do sometimes use the Huda Beauty mascara. It's like double-ended, one's for volume, and I don't even know if you can see that, and one is for curl and length. So you switch up. Sometimes I find my mascara will transfer, so it just depends, to be honest. So I alternate between the two. At the moment I've really been enjoying this YSL one. Let me try and find my highlighter. Maybe I should have got this all out ready, so I wasn't searching through my bag. Afterwards, once I finish this makeup look, I will show you some of my favourites in my bag that I don't use on a daily basis because I just don't feel like I need the makeup to stay put. I'm not too fussy, to be honest, when I'm at home. So yeah, I don't use all of these products daily. I know some people do, but I'm just not one of those girlies. So I've got the Iconic Illuminator drops. I think this is just in the shade Original. I don't know, it's actually all one off, so it's very, very dirty. So I just dot 3 drops on my cheek. I do need to repurchase, but this has lasted me forever. And then I do some on the tip of my nose, my Cupid's bow, and a little bit on the bridge of my nose. And then I can't find my other brush, so this one I'll have to do. This is just a fan brush, again, Real Techniques. All of my brushes are Real Techniques, to be honest. So I've just used and loved them for years. So that's just what works for me. I would love to try the Peaches and Cream brushes, or the, oh my god, look at that highlighter. She poppin'. Just looks so nice. Yeah, the Peaches and Cream brushes, I've heard they're really nice, and Spectrum's another brand that I would really like to try. So if any of you have tried them, comment down below and let me know what you think, and if makeup products that you love and you think I'd love them too, let me know. So I'm just checking my mirror. I think that's all blended in. Then I'm just going to go back in with my mascara and do my bottom lashes. I'm going to be looking at my mirror again. I find I just do the funniest faces when I'm putting mascara on. Does anyone else just pull like the most weird face? Just got mascara on my table. I'm actually just gonna, I've got this makeup palette out. I'm just gonna use that mirror there just to put my bottom mascara on. Sometimes I will do eyeliner. I'm not feeling like I need eyeliner today, as I say. It's just today at home for me, so what I need to do is my brows. So as I say, I've had them microbladed a couple of times in the past. This is them without anything on. They are a bit patchy in places, so I do need them topped up. I need to get booked in really for that. So I just find I need to get my angled brush. Just use an angled brush. And then I've got my angled brush, and then I just go in with a really old eyeshadow palette, and I just use the darkest shade. Just tap that in, and then it's quite good because I can kind of loosely tell where the outline of my brow is. So just fill that in. They definitely need a wax as well. Do you get yours waxed or all threaded, or do you just do them at home? I feel like being a girl is such high maintenance at times with like beauty treatments. I know a lot of it you can do at home nowadays, but it's nice just being able to go out and be pampered. So and remember guys, eyebrows are sisters, they're not twins. They don't match, that's fine, they're not going to match. Let's try and make them as even as possible. Like I can see this one's slightly more fuller here than this one, but I know the more I go back in and try and love this one, it's just not going to go right. So I'm just going to leave that like that, so it's been filled in, and then I'm just going to go in with this Rimmel Born This Way clear brow gel. Just find it help keeps them in place, so I'm just going to brush that through. I don't like the really bushy, like fluffy brows on myself, so I love them on other people, I just don't think it suits me. Just wipe the excess makeup off. So that's that. And then I have none left. I need to go to the shops and buy some today. But I use the e.l.f. Dewy Coconut Setting Mist. I love this one, but I also really love the Charlotte Tilbury one. It's obviously a lot more expensive than the e.l.f. one. I find that they both do such a great job, but the Charlotte Tilbury one, I mean this one, it smells amazing, but the Charlotte Tilbury one, if you can afford it, definitely try it and invest in it. So that's my finished makeup for today. I was at the shops yesterday and I did get this lip product. I just picked it up at the till. It's the Sunkissed 24K lip oil. I don't even know what brand it is. Is Sunkissed the brand? I don't know. It's got, I don't know if you can see, it's got like tiny gold flakes in it. Anyway, let's pop this on and try. First of all, before I do that, I'm just going to get my baby wipe and just wipe off any foundation or makeup that's just transferred to my lips. So let's try this. Okay, the applicator's small. Wonder how much we need. Okay, first impression, I feel like I'm gonna need to go in like 4 times. It smells lovely. It smells like watermelon. You definitely need to like pump it to try and coat the applicator. So that is my finished makeup look, guys. Let me know what you think in the comments. I've got all my little baby hairs. Probably should have kept my headbands on until the end, but what are you guys up to today? I hope you've got something nice planned. I've got a couple more days off work. What day is it today? Tuesday. Yeah, so I have today and tomorrow, and then I'm back to my full-time job. So I'll just stick to creating content on my days off. But if you would like to see more from me, then let me know. I would love to do this. Obviously this is my first video I'm posting. I would really love to get into kind of the travel lifestyle videos. We've got a big holiday coming up next year, end of next year. So I'm gonna do a little haul, I think, of some bits that I've started buying already. And reveal the destination. We might end up changing the date just due to our job, both mine and my boyfriend's job, so we'll just see. Hopefully we can stick and we won't have to change the date at all. But yeah, I hope you all have a wonderful day. I will try and link this down below, and link some of the products I've used as well. But yeah, let me know what you think. If you like and subscribe, then comment down below. Thank you.